Hey Libra, I just pulled cards for you, and honestly, what came through is pretty intense. The energy around this situation is showing someone literally pushing you toward an exit. And I need to share what the cards are revealing because this is one of those readings where the universe is being really direct with its message. So I shuffled my deck asking about what is happening in your love life right now, Libra. And the cards that came out are telling a very specific story. Before we dive deep into each card, let me just say that if you have been feeling like someone is creating distance or making you feel unwanted, this reading is going to confirm a lot of what you have been sensing. The cards are not sugarcoating anything today. Let me start with the first card that appeared, and it is the Eight of Pentacles. Now, usually this card is about dedication and putting in work, but in the context of this reading and the question we are asking, it is showing something really interesting. This person in your life has been so focused on their own projects, their own world, their own grind, that they have essentially been building a life where you do not really fit into the picture anymore. What I am seeing with the Eight of Pentacles is someone who is deliberately absorbed in their own routine and their own goals. And they are using this as a way to create emotional distance from you. Think about it, Libra. When someone is truly interested in you, they make space for you in their life, right? But this person is doing the opposite. They are filling up every corner of their existence with work, with hobbies, with anything that keeps them occupied, so they do not have to deal with the emotional reality of what is happening between you two. The energy here is showing that this is not accidental. This is not someone who is just busy because life got hectic. This is intentional withdrawal disguised as productivity. They are crafting their daily life in a way that pushes you to the margins and eventually out of the frame completely. And the thing is, they probably are not even having direct conversations with you about this. They are just becoming less available, less present, less engaged, and hoping you will get the message without them having to actually say the words. What makes this particularly painful for you, Libra, is that you are someone who values partnership and balance and harmony. You are probably someone who has been trying to understand why they are so distant, and you have been making excuses for them in your mind. Oh, they are just stressed with work, or they have a lot going on right now. But the Eight of Pentacles is revealing that this distance is a choice they are making. They are choosing to invest their energy elsewhere and not in building something with you. I also want to point out something about the Eight of Pentacles that is really significant. This card shows someone who is mastering a craft, who is perfecting something, and in this situation it feels like they are perfecting the art of pushing you away without having to be the bad guy. They are creating circumstances where you feel so neglected and so unimportant that you might just walk away on your own, and then they do not have to take responsibility for ending things. The really difficult truth that this card is bringing forward is that someone who wants you in their life will make room for you no matter how busy they are. They will find pockets of time, they will prioritize you, they will make sure you feel valued and seen. But this person is doing none of that. They are deliberately constructing a life that leaves no space for you. And that is their way of showing you the door without actually having to open it and tell you to leave. Now let me move to the second card, because this one adds another layer to what is happening, and it is the Four of Cups. Oh, Libra. This card is showing someone who is emotionally checked out. The Four of Cups is that energy of someone sitting under a tree with their arms crossed, looking bored and dissatisfied, while the universe is literally offering them a cup, and they are like, no thanks, I am good. That is exactly what is happening here. This person has become completely apathetic toward what you two have. You could be offering them love, attention, affection opportunities to deepen the connection, and they are just sitting there, unmoved and uninterested. The Four of Cups is revealing someone who has closed themselves off emotionally, and they are not receptive to anything you bring to the table right now. What I am picking up with this card is that this person might be going through something internally where they are feeling dissatisfied with their life in general. And instead of doing the healthy thing and communicating with you about it, they are just shutting down. They are withdrawing into themselves, and in the process, they are making you feel rejected and unwanted. But here's the thing, Libra. Their emotional unavailability has nothing to do with your worth and everything to do with where they are at mentally and emotionally. The Four of Cups often shows up when someone is so focused on what they think they are missing that they cannot appreciate what they actually have right in front of them. This person might be fantasizing about other options or wondering if the grass is greener elsewhere. And because of that, they have stopped investing in what is real and present, which is you. They are taking you for granted in the worst way. And you know what else the Four of Cups is telling me? This person is stubborn about their emotional withdrawal. Even if you try to reach out, even if you try to initiate conversations or reconnect, they are going to remain in this closed-off state. They have made up their mind on some level that they are not interested in engaging, and no amount of effort from your side is going to change that unless they decide to shift their own perspective. This is really hard for you because, as a Libra, you probably want to fix things and find the balance and make it work. You are probably thinking about all the ways you could communicate better or be more understanding or give them space. But the Four of Cups is saying that this is not about you doing more or being different. This is about them being emotionally unavailable and unwilling to meet you halfway. The combination of the Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Cups is painting a picture of someone who is both actively distancing themselves through their actions and passively withdrawing through their emotional unavailability. They are pushing you out the door from two different angles, and it is creating this situation where you feel confused and hurt because you are not getting clear communication, just a lot of coldness and distance. All right, let me pull the third card because I want to understand what is really motivating this behavior, and what came through is the Ace of Cups. Now, this might seem contradictory at first because the Ace of Cups is about new emotional beginnings and overflowing feelings, but let me explain what this card is revealing in this specific context. The Ace of Cups here is showing that this person actually has the capacity for deep love and new emotional starts, but they are not directing that energy toward you. In fact, what I am sensing is that they might be opening themselves up emotionally to someone else or to the idea of someone else. The Ace of Cups can represent a new emotional interest or the potential for a fresh connection, and it seems like their heart is wandering. This is really painful to acknowledge, Libra, but the cards are being honest with us. This person might be emotionally investing elsewhere, or they are fantasizing about what a new beginning would look like without you in the picture. The Ace of Cups is that energy of wanting to start fresh and experience those early butterflies again. And it feels like they have mentally checked out of what you two have because they are craving something new. What makes this particularly hurtful is that the Ace of Cups shows that they do have love to give. They do have emotional availability, but they are choosing not to share it with you. They are not incapable of connection right now. They are just not interested in connecting with you specifically. And that is a really tough truth to sit with because it means this is not about bad timing or them needing to work on themselves. It is about them making a choice to direct their emotional energy away from this relationship. I am also picking up with the Ace of Cups that this person might be in the early stages of an emotional awakening or a new chapter in their life, and they see you as part of their old story. They want to turn the page and start something completely fresh, and in their mind, that means leaving you behind. They are not seeing you as someone who could be part of their new beginning. They are seeing you as something they need to move on from. The really frustrating part about this, Libra, is that the Ace of Cups is such a positive card usually. It is about love and emotional fulfillment and new opportunities. But in this reading, it is showing that all of that positive emotional energy exists within this person, but it is being directed away from you. They have a full cup to offer, but they are walking in a different direction with it. And here is another layer to the Ace of Cups that I want you to understand. This card can also represent someone who is falling in love with the idea of something new, rather than actually having something concrete. So this person might be pushing you away, not because they have someone else lined up, but because they are chasing a fantasy or an ideal that does not even exist yet. They are giving up something real with you for something imaginary, and that is incredibly unfair to you. Now, the fourth card I pulled is really revealing, and it is the Hermit. Libra. This card is confirming that this person is in a phase of withdrawal and isolation, and they are choosing to walk their path alone right now. The Hermit is someone who climbs the mountain by themselves with just a lantern, seeking their own truth and their own answers. And that is exactly the energy this person is embodying. What the Hermit is showing me is that this person has made a decision to prioritize their own journey of self-discovery or personal growth. And they have decided that having you in their life is somehow incompatible with that journey. They are using this whole "I need to find myself" narrative as a reason to push you away. And look, sometimes people do legitimately need space to figure things out, but the Hermit in this reading feels less like healthy self-reflection and more like an excuse to exit the relationship. The energy of the Hermit is solitary and introspective, and this person is leaning into that hard. They are pulling away from you and probably from other people too, and they are convincing themselves that being alone is what they need right now. But here's what I am picking up, Libra. They are not actually doing deep soul work or meaningful self-discovery. They are just avoiding intimacy and using the Hermit energy as a justification for their emotional unavailability. What makes this difficult is that when someone says they need space or they need to be alone to work on themselves, it is really hard to argue with that, right? It sounds reasonable and healthy and like something you should respect. But the Hermit, in combination with the other cards, is showing that this is less about genuine personal growth and more about them wanting an out from the relationship without having to be honest about it. The Hermit is also revealing that this person wants to make this decision alone. They do not want your input. They do not want to work through things together. They do not want a partnership approach to whatever they are going through. They have decided on their own that the best path forward is one without you, and they are not interested in hearing your perspective or trying to find a middle ground. That is really hard for you as a Libra because you are all about collaboration and finding solutions together. I am also sensing with the Hermit that this person might be going through some kind of internal crisis or questioning phase where they are rethinking everything in their life. And unfortunately, your relationship is getting caught in the crossfire. They are in a place where they are questioning who they are and what they want. And instead of bringing you along on that journey, they are shutting you out completely. The really painful part about the Hermit is that this card represents someone who is purposefully creating distance. They are climbing that mountain alone by choice. This is not someone who got lost or drifted away accidentally. This is someone who looked at the path ahead and decided they wanted to walk it solo. And that decision to exclude you from their journey is what is pushing you out the door. Let me pull the fifth card because I want to understand what the outcome of all this is, and what came through is the Ace of Wands. Now this is interesting because the Ace of Wands is about new beginnings, passion, and taking action in a new direction. In the context of this reading, it is showing that this person is about to or has already made a move towards starting fresh without you. The Ace of Wands is that spark of inspiration and motivation to begin something new. And it feels like this person is getting ready to fully step into a new chapter of their life. They are feeling inspired and energized about possibilities ahead, and unfortunately, those possibilities do not include you. The Ace of Wands is showing someone who is ready to take action, and that action is going to be walking away or officially ending things. What I am picking up with the Ace of Wands is that this person has been sitting with this decision for a while now. The Eight of Pentacles showed them building a separate life. The Four of Cups showed them emotionally withdrawing. The Hermit showed them choosing solitude, but the Ace of Wands is showing that they are about to act on all of that. They are about to make a definitive move that makes it clear they are done. The energy of the Ace of Wands is decisive and confident. This person is not wavering anymore. They are not on the fence. They have made up their mind, and they are about to move forward with purpose. And that is what is creating this feeling of being pushed out the door, Libra. You can sense that they are ramping up to something, that they are about to make a choice that changes everything. And your intuition is correct. The Ace of Wands can also represent someone starting a new passion project or a new romantic interest. And in this reading, it feels like it could be either or both. This person is feeling that rush of excitement about new possibilities, and that is giving them the courage to finally close this chapter with you. They are being pulled forward by something that feels fresh and exciting, and they are willing to let go of what you two have in order to pursue it. What is really significant about the Ace of Wands is that this is a fire card, and fire moves fast. This is not going to be a long, drawn-out process. Once this person decides to act, they are going to act quickly. You might suddenly find that they are being more direct about wanting out, or they might just disappear completely because they are chasing after whatever new thing has captured their attention. The Ace of Wands is also about courage and taking risks, and this person is feeling brave enough now to make the break. They have been testing the waters with their distance and their unavailability, and now they are ready to fully commit to moving on. The spark has been lit, and they are following where it leads, even if that means leaving you behind. Now let me pull the final card because I want to see what this ultimately means for you, Libra, and what you need to understand moving forward. The card that came through is the Three of Wands. This card is really powerful because the Three of Wands is about looking out at the horizon, waiting for your ships to come in, and planning for the future. In this reading, it is showing you standing at the edge, looking out at what is ahead. The Three of Wands is revealing that while this person is pushing you out the door, there's actually a bigger picture here that is working in your favor. This card is about expansion and opportunity, and waiting for better things to arrive. What the Three of Wands is telling you is that this ending, as painful as it is actually clearing the path for something much better to come into your life. I am sensing with the Three of Wands that you have been so focused on trying to make this relationship work and trying to understand why this person is pulling away that you have not been able to see the possibilities that exist beyond this connection. But the Three of Wands is asking you to lift your gaze and look at the horizon. There is so much more waiting for you, Libra. This person pushing you away is actually the universe redirecting you towards something that is more aligned with who you are and what you deserve. The Three of Wands shows someone who has done the work, who has invested in themselves, and who is now waiting for the results to come in. That is where you are, Libra. You have put so much effort into this relationship. You have tried to communicate and connect and make things work, and now it is time for you to step back and trust that better things are on their way to you. The Three of Wands is a card of faith and optimism, even when you cannot see exactly what is coming yet. What I love about the Three of Wands in this position is that it is showing you in a place of power. You are not cowering or defeated. You are standing tall, looking ahead with confidence. This person might be pushing you out the door, but you are walking through it with your head held high, knowing that you are moving towards something better. The Three of Wands is reminding you that every ending is actually a new beginning, and this particular ending is opening up space for opportunities and connections that are actually worthy of you. The Three of Wands can also represent long-distance possibilities or connections that come from unexpected places. So Libra, as you move forward from this situation, stay open to meeting people in new contexts or even connections that might start online or through travel. The universe has a bigger plan for your love life than what you are currently experiencing, and the Three of Wands is confirmation that good things are on the way. So let me bring this all together for you, Libra. The cards are confirming what you have been sensing. This person is absolutely pushing you out the door. The Eight of Pentacles showed them building a life that excludes you. The Four of Cups showed them emotionally checked out. The Ace of Cups revealed their heart is opening to new possibilities that do not involve you. The Hermit showed them choosing a solitary path. The Ace of Wands indicated they are about to take action to move on. And the Three of Wands is showing you that this is actually clearing space for something better. I know this is painful to hear, but I want you to understand that their behavior is not a reflection of your worth. Someone who truly values you and wants to build with you will not make you feel like you are being pushed away. They will pull you closer. They will communicate. They will work through challenges with you. This person is showing you through their actions that they are not capable of being the partner you need and deserve right now. And as hard as it is, that is valuable information. The universe is being direct with you right now because it is time for you to stop holding on to something that is not serving you. This person has made their choice clear through their behavior, even if they have not said the words out loud. And the Three of Wands is promising you that when you release this and truly move forward, you are going to find yourself in a much better situation with someone who actually chooses you consistently and enthusiastically. Can anyone else feel this energy? If you are a Libra going through something similar, I would love to hear your experience. The cards today were really direct about what is happening, and sometimes we need that clarity even when it hurts to face the truth.